Greetings everyone, and welcome to Unlocked, the show where I break down the process of unlocking all trophies and telling you if it was worth my time. You see, I've been playing video games all my life, and I've always been one of those guys who had to complete every quest, find every upgrade, and so on. However, as I got older, I became more selective of the games that I would go out of my way to complete, and the games that I would just mess around with. That was around the same time the 7th gen of consoles would introduce achievements and trophies. These were a neat series of goals and challenges that would carry across all games for that console, and which also would be connected to your console's profile. Most people would think of these as pointless intrusions, but I've always loved them, and if I'm even half interested in a game, chances are that I'm going to go for the platinum. See, PlayStation's trophies are broken down into 4 categories. You got the bronzes for smaller stuff, silvers are a bit more intense, beat a hard boss, or complete a series of challenges. Then there's the gold, and there's only a couple of these per game. These are your big challenges, like beat the story, get the highest rank, that kind of stuff. Get every trophy in the game and you'll unlock the final trophy, the Platinum. Platinums are one of my favorite things about gaming nowadays, and I wanted to share with you guys all my experiences of unlocking them. With that said, let's dive into our first trophy hunt. Today I'll be playing Medievil. Originally released on the PS1, but I'll be playing the PS4 remake. Growing up, I was a Nintendo kid. I had played the NES and the SNES of friends and family, and then when it was time for me to get my own console, I went with the N64. It wouldn't be years later until I would take notice of the PlayStation and some of their exclusives. And thanks to the backwards compatibility of the PS2, I got to experience most games. However, one of these series that flew under my radar was Medievil. Medievil was one of those games that, whenever I saw it, I always thought it was cool, but I just never got around to playing it. So when I heard that Medievil was getting the remaster treatment, like Crash and Spyro, I thought it'd be a perfect opportunity to finally experience it. So just what is this game about? Well, the story of Medievil takes place in the fantasy kingdom of Gallowmere. Think early Tim Burton mixed with Lord of the Rings. It's a dark horror fantasy world where centuries ago the evil sorcerer Zarok tried to take over the land of Gallowmere, only to be thwarted by the kingdom's champion, Sir Daniel Fortescue. Though the actual story is that Sir Dan was killed by the first volley of arrows in the war, and Zarok escaped, only to return years later to take over the kingdom once again. Zarok's first action was to revive hordes of undead to serve him. However, this also revives our hero, Sir Dan, now more of a skeleton than a man, who heads out to defeat Zarok and earn his status of a true hero. You see, all these gargoyle helpers and hero spirits that aid Sir Dan on his quest know the truth about the battle, and they'll remind Sir Dan of it at every opportunity. With that, Sir Dan traverses the land of Gallowmere, slaying Zarok's minions, aiding the people, collecting powerful weapons, and then finally defeating Zarok and his evil lair. More on the technical side of it, Medievil is a 3D action-adventure game split into about 20 levels or so that Dan has to either fight, platform, or puzzle his way through. Sometimes you can find an item in a later level which will open up an alternate path in an earlier level, leading you to more rewards. Every level feels different, from the first simple graveyard to a maze-like anthill, to a village where you have to sneak through every house, and the occasional big boss battle. But enough of that, let's go on to the trophies, so here's my path to the Platinum. Step 1. The Adventure. It's pretty simple, just play through the game, beating every level and boss, and getting that good ending with Sir Dan being a hero. Step 2. Combat. First up, every time you meet a character or defeat an enemy, they'll be added to the Book of Gallowmere. So for this one, you just have to complete every entry. This should come easily as you play through the game, but there are some of these tricky enemies, like these hands that you might miss. Make sure you smash them with a hammer to get this other one too. You'll come across these imp enemies which steal your weapons. It's one of the most annoyingest things in the game. All you have to do is let them take it, beat them, and take it back. Chances are this is going to happen to you at some point, so it's another easy one. The Stained Glass Demon is the first boss battle of the game. For this one, you just have to beat the demon while only using your hand. A little tricky, but not too hard. You'll come across a witch that wants to shrink you down to fight an ant queen. Doing so will reward Sir Dan with some chicken legs. These can be eaten to regain a bit of health, or you can toss them at an enemy to turn them into a roasted chicken. Then eat the chickenified enemy to earn Colonel Fortescue's special recipe. In the Sleeping Village, you'll be stalked by possessed villagers, and you'll have to go through the entire level only blocking or dodging their attacks during this one. Attack just one villager and you can kiss it's not their fault, they're mad, goodbye. This one's a bit challenging in some spots, but otherwise it just makes the level feel more stealthy, like how Metal Gear rewards players for, the non-violent routes. Sir Dan will have to fight a dragon in the Crystal Caves. You damage the Scottish fiend by dropping crystals on its head by hitting the same colored gem on the ground. A bit hard and counterintuitive trophy is to actually hit yourself with one of these falling crystals to earn the stop hitting yourself trophy. In the level Gallows Gauntlet, you'll find the Serpent of Gallowmere. It looks like that snake thing that attacks enemies for you that you get every now and again, but this one's red and wants to kill you. Beat the serpent and you'll unlock If It Slithers, I Slay. Kinda like Crash Bandicoot, Sir Dan has several different death animations. Simply die in 7 unique ways and you'll unlock this. In the final level, you'll lead your resurrected forces against Xerox and have a magic chalice that drains your health to heal your forces. Xerox forces are stronger and they'll crush your forces, so you gotta run around and heal them. The trick about this one is you have to drain yourself just to your last health bar to earn this trophy. Sir Dan can charge up his sword to do a spin attack, kind of a staple of these early 3D adventure games. Simply take out 30 guys with this and you'll get it. He's checking like again, but this time all you have to do is just throw 42 of them. So you'll have to defeat the Ant Queen twice to get at least 42 of them. Fire is awesome and useful to solve puzzles in Medieval. However, you can also use it to deal damage to enemies. Light 50 of the enemies on fire with either your lit club or some fire arrows. And one of Sir Dan's last weapons is this lightning spell. Simply just kill 12 of those no-good thieving imps with your lightning and you'll get another one. Collectibles. In every stage, Sir Dan can find this magic chalice by defeating enough enemies. These allow Sir Dan to enter the Hall of Heroes, where he can talk to the heroes of old and receive all kind of goodies, from weapons, health vials, or gold to help along this journey. Find every chalice to earn the King of Cups. These are pretty much essential and should be your main goal in every level besides finding the exit. Sir Dan can acquire quite the arsenal along his journey. Once you've collected every weapon, you'll earn the Master Dan-at-Arms. Throughout the journey, Daniel will come across health vials, which will expand his health. Collect all these vials to last longer and earn the healthiest man alive, or dead, trophy. Gold is the currency of Gallowmere, and Sir Dan can find it everywhere, from defeating enemies just to smashing stuff. You can then use it at these gargoyle statues to replenish your supplies or buy back stolen gear. Just collect 10,000 gold to earn Sir Moneybags. New to the remaster are the Lost Souls, a collectible that you can find in every stage after you release them from Xerox Control in the entrance hall. Then you just need to replay every level and find the Lost Souls to earn Lost and Found. But that's only the half of it, because every Lost Soul has a resting place in a different level, usually with something that you'll have to do first, like kill a bunch of enemies, or go through a little puzzle, or something like that. Laying all these Lost Souls to rest will net you the Soul Savior. Random tasks. In the Cemetery Hill level, you can find the Witch's Talisman. This allows you to summon the Witch in Enchanted Earth and complete the Anthill side quest we talked about earlier. You can also use it in the later level, the Pumpkin Snake, to find the Pumpkin Witch. Completing her task as well will unlock you the Witch's Familiar trophy.
Also in the Cemetery Hill, Xerox will awaken these statues, which will begin to fire rocks down the hill, which you'll have to climb up. Simply get to the top of the hill without hitting any of these rocks, and you'll get yourself the Rock Wrangler.
Throughout the various levels, Sir Dan can find various health vials to heal himself with damage. Simply just chug down 32 of these. One of your chalice rewards is an enchanted broadsword that loses its enchantment with every strike. However, you can pay the gargoyles to restore the enchantment. I didn't really want to deal with constantly charging this thing, so I just used it once, got the thing, and went back to my other weapons. Across the cemetery levels, you can find various tombstones sticking out of the ground. Just break 100 of them. Once you've acquired a smashing weapon, return to Sir Dan's crypt and smash down the fake wall to find a health vial and some other goodies, and this trophy. Lastly, just look up a cheat from the original PlayStation version and enter it in the pause menu to earn the old school sneaky. This was a little weird because it didn't actually do anything. I think it would have been more funny if it unlocked something like Big Head mode. And with that, you have unlocked the Platinum Trophy, Savior of Gallowmere. Overall, my only really gripe with this trophy hunt was just those lost souls. A good idea to make something new for the remake, but you have to play through the entire game again when the ending is pretty much just in sight. Other than that, I thought Medievil was a lot of fun, and I'd recommend it to any other trophy hunters out there. My unlocked rating for Medievil is an 8 out of 10. Good fun, but a big grind at the end. And with that, we're going to sign off for today. Thank you all for watching. This is it's a bit new, a bit of an experiment for me. I hope you guys watch it, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys next time.